Well, we're not going to do this for fancy dress, are we? Right. As my colleague explained, the reason why we stopped you is because you fit the description of somebody acting suspiciously. Right? Now, you've given a legitimate reason why you're here. Right. But we need to see some ID and some proof that you are here legitimately.
No, I understand that.
Can we see that, please?
I understand that, but on another term, I have actually got human rights.
Is that your vehicle there?
No.
Okay. So, what form of identification have you got on you to say you're actually canvassing?
I've got ID on me, but I don't have to legally show it here because I've not committed a crime.
Right.
Obviously,
we've had a phone call about, like I said, a suspicious male, so we need to ascertain whether you are, you say you are, but I take it you're not going to give us your name.
I get this every week.
Verify. Yeah, but you've got to appreciate we get calls from members.
No, I understand that, but I'm doing a job, I'm paying me taxes, I'm earning money. I mean, I don't understand, I have not committed a crime.
If you were calling us, surely you'd want us to follow it up, wouldn't you? That's why we've been sent here, to follow it up, we want to be rest assured when we leave here today that you're not up to anything.
Buckle up, guys. Today we are diving into a case that flips everything you think you know about authority. Right from the start, the video sets the tone. An ordinary situation turns into a full-blown legal showdown. A man doing nothing wrong gets flagged as suspicious, and what follows is not just a routine check, but a clash between rights and power. You can already feel the tension building, and the promise of a major outcome hooks you instantly.
I understand it in that way, but I'm not.
Your name gives you ID. We could ring SafeStar, say, and confirm.
Well, you can ring SafeStar, and you can ask them if if you've got canvases in this area, and they'll validate who I am.
And what's your
name? Obviously, I'm not giving it out.
Well, when I ring up SafeStar UK and say you've got canvases, and they say
they know I'm in this office. They know I'm around here because we get issued to a certain area, and they keep both names of the people.
So where's your ID card?
It is on me, but I don't have to show it. I've not committed a crime.
We're going round in circles here, aren't we, chap?
No, I don't mean human rights, mate. I've not committed a crime. Obviously, you're putting me under alarm and distress now. You both cover it going round there. Obviously, you're trying to say that I have to show my ID.
You're putting me under alarm and distress.
How am I?
You are ID. We've shown you our ID. So
but at the end of the day, you're a public servant.
All right, guys, this is where things start getting uncomfortable. The officers begin pressing for ID, but there's one problem. No crime has been committed. The man stays calm, grounded, and fully aware of his rights, refusing to comply without legal basis. What makes this moment powerful is the contrast. Calm logic versus persistent authority. You can see the situation slowly tightening as a simple interaction begins to drift into questionable territory.
Servant, but I'm not your servant.
No, I didn't say you were my servant, did I?
Okay.
I said, but if you're walking around with a police uniform, it gives you powers.
Stop going on about YouTube. It's like this public servant, okay? I'm not a servant. I'm a police officer.
Yeah.
Okay?
Which means, but you serve the public.
I'm a police officer.
Right.
Okay. Police officer. I'm not a servant.
Yeah.
So let's get that quite clear before we start.
Well, there's no need to get angry, is there? Because now you're putting me under alarm and distress. Now I feel threatened.
All right, guys. Now the situation escalates, and the tone shifts from procedural to personal. Instead of stepping back, the officers double down, even flipping the narrative by claiming distress themselves. The public servant argument becomes a revealing moment, exposing ego over duty. What stands out here is how quickly professionalism fades when challenged. This isn't just about ID anymore, it's about control, and the tension becomes impossible to ignore.
Yeah, hence why I'm recording it, just in case anybody's trying anything cheeky. I've had it before where police has thrown me on the floor for asking him, have you got ID?
So police officers thrown you on the floor?
Yeah.
And that's for ID.
I've asked for him.
Very strange.
Well, not all coppers are legitimate, are they? Not all coppers are nice. So at this moment in time, am I detained?
That's right.
What for? What am I being detained for? Have I committed a criminal offence? I've not committed a criminal offence. How can you detain me? Because then you're holding me hostage. You're now restricting my free way of movement because now you're saying I'm being detained for a crime I've not committed. I will just literally. I'll send this to me my lawyer, mate. This is going straight to my lawyer.
First things first, we're recording it.
Yeah.
Has it just picked up the word that you just said to me?
Yeah.
Right. This is your first and last warning. You swear at me again, you'll be arrested. Do you understand me?
Yeah, but I'm asking why am I being detained?
Listen to me. Are you going to listen?
I'll listen, but I want you to listen to my point of view.
You are being detained at this moment in time.
Yeah.
So we can speak to the caller.
Yeah.
Because as I said, you fit the description of a person seen acting suspiciously.
Yeah.
Right? Now, until we speak to the caller and fathom out what the caller says to us, you're not going anywhere.
Right, so you're detaining me against my own will from a...
Buckle up, guys. because this is the turning point where everything crosses the line. The man is effectively detained, yet no clear crime is presented. He keeps asking the same simple question, "What offense?" And the silence or vague answers speak volumes. This moment carries the highest level of suspense, as rights are pushed aside in real time. You're watching a situation unfold that clearly shouldn't be happening, and that's what makes it so gripping.
Are you going to admit that now on camera, that you're detaining me when I've not committed an offence?
Till we speak to the caller,
Yeah.
see exactly what the caller says you have or haven't done.
Right, but technically you can't detain someone if they've not committed a crime, because then that's holding them against their own will.
Well, once we speak to the caller,
yeah, but now
the crime has been committed, then I will tell you what's going to happen next.
So you're actually admitting you've illegally detained me for a crime I've not committed?
We haven't illegally detained you.
Well, if you've not detained me, then I'm free to go.
Tell you what, walk up there and we'll follow you then if we need to speak to you again.
But then it's harassing.
Off you go.
But then it's harassing.
It's not harassing.
No, what I'm saying is, if you'd like to leave,
Right.
if you'd like to leave now and walk whichever way you like, carry on. And if I need to speak to you at a different time, I'll come after you and have a word with you.
All right, guys, now comes the unraveling. The officers begin contradicting themselves. Detained, not detained, free to go, but still followed. It's a confusing back and forth that exposes a lack of clarity and control. Instead of resolving the situation, their responses dig a deeper hole. What makes this part so impactful is how the narrative collapses under its own weight, while the man continues to stand firm, documenting everything calmly and confidently.
Complaining to IPCC.
That's fine, that's fine.
Because obviously you're illegally detaining me for a crime I've not committed. So obviously, like I'm going to ask again, am I being detained for a crime? Because obviously now no one's answering. If I'm not being detained for a
I'm
crime...
just in the process of speaking to your manager.
Right.
If you'd like to walk away, you are free to walk away. And if I detain us a crime, I will come after you, won't I? It's up to you, sir.
I'm not going to turn me back. I'm not going to turn me back on officers so you can body slam me.
Do what you'd like. I don't think I'm capable of body
Hey, there's police out there that body slam people for the fun of it.
when he's asked for an officer's ID.
So you've illegally detained me, you call me a liar. Yeah, but now you've also illegally detained me. So wait until IPC.
Why are we going around in circles? Twice I've said, if you'd like to walk away, walk away.
Well, just for the camera, have I been committed as a crime? Right, so I've not committed a crime, so... Well, you've given me permission to walk away. I'm not, mate. I'm not, mate. Now you're making lies about me. You've also illegally detained me, like I said before, when he says you're now detained. For what crime? He couldn't give me a crime. So he's legally detained me on the spot. He's also kept me hostage. So I do know my rights, and this will be going to IPCC. I will be sent it to my law. I'll wait until it's all over the line. I don't need the log number. I've got your badge numbers. Because I don't trust it. I don't trust the fact I can walk away with you.
Had you shown us your ID in the first instance, I don't think it would have taken this long. So when you're talking about being...
Yeah, but I don't have to show my ID if I've not committed a crime or I'm on suspicion of crime. I've not committed a crime.
All right, guys, here's where everything comes full circle. After all the pressure, confusion, and unlawful actions, the outcome hits hard. Legal consequences, financial compensation, and disciplinary action against the officers. This isn't just a win for one individual, it's a powerful reminder of accountability. It shows that standing your ground matters, and that misuse of authority has real consequences. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.